Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. This is going to be the final anime series review of the spring. And the reason why this is the final anime series review of the spring is originally my list was pretty long, but I cut off a few shows. One of the shows I cut off was Arumo and what was it? Arumo and I forgot the name of it. The other robot show that I didn't review. I cut that too because it was done by Aniplex, both of them. And the other one I also cut off was Naruto-san because I figured, I already reviewed that. I don't want to do it again. So instead, instead of doing 4 currently, I'm only doing 3. Photokano, Maromi-san, and this one, which is called Neko, which the full title is called The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat. Hentai Oji to Warawanai Neko. And this show was kind of interesting. This was a slice of life kind of show, but more like a romantic comedy in a way. It was like a romantic comedy drama. And it was school life with a little bit of a love triangle going on as well. And the only other 2 that I have to review, anime series reviews, they're not finished. There's 2 more. Mushi Bugyo and Majestic Prince. But those have to wait until they're finished because they're like 24, 26 episodes. Anyway, back onto this. Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat. Now, the more or less spiel of this show is that you have this kid who, and his name is Yokodera. Now, Yokodera, what he wants to do is he wants to get rid of his facade. He wants to and I'll read you the summary here. Yoto Yokodera is a perverted schoolboy who is unable to express his true feelings freely. After hearing about the wish-granting Stony Cat, he decides to try and make an offering to lose his facade, only to meet Tsukiko, who wishes instead to be more discreet with her feelings to become more adult-like. Who would have thought that the rumors of the wish-granting Stony Cat turns out to be true, transforming the facade the Yoto wishes to lose into a classmate who needs it more, and making it difficult for Tsukiko to show even the slightest of emotions on her face. Being in the same boat, they both search for ways to remedy the situation. Now, this show was very interesting, and I'll say why. Tsukiko? Now, I don't want to bring up Sakuraso, but Tsukiko acts like Mashiro. To a fault. I'm not going to say she's exactly like Mashiro. I'm not going to say she's better than Mashiro, but I am going to say she is similar to Mashiro in that she hides her emotions. And it was like so funny. She always does these things that are just so goddamn funny, and you're just like, what the fuck was that about? And it's just hilarious. And this was a funny show, but there was some drama. There was some drama in this. There was some big time drama in this. And this was like this. If anything, I would say this was a cute show. This was like one of those shows that make you feel warm inside, like, kind of thing. At least that's what I felt. And it was interesting to see how things go along in the show. And thoughts really on it. I personally liked it because of the whole thing where basically you had this kid, Yokodera, and during the show, he tries to get rid of his facade, but also he welcomes in all these other people with these other problems that he tries to solve. And then along the way, he finds out his connection to Tsukiko is bigger than it seems. I'm not going to spoil too much in this review. But I will say that it really was the enjoyment of this show was the comedy side, the romance, and the drama. Because the drama was real. I was this close, people. This close to crying in the ending of the episode. It was pretty dramatic stuff here. It was pretty tear-jerking. And I thought it was very good. And I mean, the spring had a lot of slice of lives. I mean, it had Mao-sama, if you consider Mao-sama slice of life. Mao-sama, this one, romantic comedy, you know. I mean, Mao-sama you can't really call it school life, but, you know. But this one was different. I really liked this one because it was interesting to see as it went along because you got, you know, each episode brought in something new to the table with the show, and it just brought in details of Yokodera and his relationship with these two sisters. There's Tsukiko and Tsukikushi. And they're basically the Kakushi sisters, you know. And basically, you get full details as the show goes along about the whole thing, about the whole relationship that supposedly Yokodera has with Tsukiko. Things get revealed, and it's like, oh my god, holy shit, I didn't realize this. I don't want to spoil too much with that. That's what happens. And also, there's this other character, and she was pretty cute. She was like, yeah. She's a blonde, you know, who he ends up dating as well. And there's this kind of triangle going on with Tsukiko and this other girl. And the other girl's name, and it's kind of funny because Tsukiko is known as a cat in the show, and this girl supposedly is known as a dog or something like that. Because there's one part in the show early on where she got like a dog collar on and stuff. It's pretty funny. And that little girl's name is Azusa Azuki, and she gets her problems get solved as well, supposedly by him. And then it's just interesting how the relationships intermingle and certain things happen. But the funniest thing about this show is Tsukiko, her relationship with Yokodera. That was hands down the funniest thing. Because she's trying to be like an adult, and she doesn't show her emotions. So it's like, oh my god, you know, she's saying these certain things, and you're like, oh my, it's so funny. It is pretty funny. But like I said, also there's some dramatic scenes here and there. And I would say this might, but this is a small might. I mean, comparing this to Sakuraso is pretty vague. And I don't really want to compare it to Sakuraso, but I will say this. It has some, you know, certain similarities to Sakuraso when it comes to Tsukiko, and Mashiro. There's certain similarities. And it can be dramatic here and there in this show. And, you know, hey, I enjoyed it. It was a really good watch and everything, and you know, I think so. And if you really want to laugh, this is the show to watch too. While I watch this, watch Moromi-san, you'll get good laughs. I'm telling you right now. But I will say, yes, in some way, I do consider Tsukiko similar in certain ways to Mashiro. Call it like I say it, people. But at least that's what I see. Because I thought she with the fact that she couldn't express her emotions the way she wanted, and she wanted to be more adult-like, you had that feeling with her as the show went along. And it pulled out, and I really liked this show. I liked how they did it. It was grand, at least from my view. I really liked it. So, yeah. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. Akame ga Kiru. Yeah, that came out. I have to review that later today. Later today. So this is gonna upload today. I guess the Bleach and One Piece. I already read Naruto. That was so yeah. This will upload today. Right now, I think I'll upload this. But Akame ga Kiru I'll do later tonight. Later today. And like I said, collection vids. I already did the manga one. I'm gonna upload that probably later today. Later on Friday. I'll do that on Friday. And I think I will do also the anime collection vid. That's gonna be huge. That will probably be on Friday as well. If not, we'll see. And like I said, no vids next week. I won't be here. Vacation. Won't be here. So don't come calling to me. Yeah, you know the story. But anyway, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. See you guys later. Also, forgot to mention about Yokudera. It's a pervert. Yeah. Because they call the show Hentai Prince and the cat statue. The stony cat. So, he's like a pervert. It was tsukiko. She's like always calling him that. Like, it is just so funny. Last thing I'll say after I go. Thing she says to him when he's acting like a pervert. It's just so goddamn funny. It's hilarious. Check it out, people. I'm Bankai 922, and I will see you guys later.